Hey everyone, Draco Magnius here for another episode of Let's Play Ni no Kuni. In the last episode, we sorted out Tengri's problem by going to Motorville and seeing what his soulmate was up to that was causing him to be sick. In this episode, we're going to see how the big old dragon's doing. I mean, technically he's a wyvern, but no time to get into semantics. Did we talk to that guy last time? I feel like he's new. Oh yeah, and Tengri isn't there. Let's talk to this guy again anyway. In the event we didn't. Greetings! I'm here to tell you that the Crypt Casino is now open for business. Why don't you come and pay us a visit? We've got a fabulous lineup of exciting games and absolutely spectacular prizes. We're conveniently located on the Tombstone Trail, so feel free to drop by at any time. I guarantee you'll have the time of your death! Now that I read it again, I think we did cover that last time, but oh well. I mean, I don't think I'm all that great at the skeleton voice acting, but I think I did a decent job there. It's the constant thing that makes it hard. So, Kublai, what up? Hi there, Captain Kublai. Do you know where Tengri is? Grrr! You come at a good time, boy. You see...
That sound.
Did I point out the fact that Tengri seems to have a dog collar? Good to see him feeling better. Behold! He's a sight for sore eyes! And no mistake! He stopped sniveling and took to the skies again not too long after you left. Like magic it was! Wait, you meddling dogs did something while my back was turned, didn't you? Well, it's a little hard to explain, but you went to another world and Oliver helped the Tengri there to get better. All you need to know is that Oliver's magic is the reason that Tengri is flying again. I don't know, it seems pretty cut and dry, but, well, whatever. I mean, I guess it's better than explaining in detail. Still spouting nonsense, I see. But no matter, you did as you said you would. I'll not question your methods. Hehe. I had no idea the real Tengri was so lively. This is how dragons should be. Seems he's taken a liking to you, and after all my hard work. Gosh, so be it. I know when I'm beaten, he's yours. You're his master now, lad. You and he both know it already. Oh, really? But... What's the matter, Worm? Not good enough for you? No, sir. Thank you very much, Captain Kublai, sir. That's settled then. Tengri, lad, say hello to your new master. Kya! Kya! Nice to meet you too, Tengri. Likewise, I'm sure. Alright, let's go find the magic stones. Set a southward course, lad. You'll happen upon Solitary Isles soon enough. Kya!
We're flying! Oh, Tiny! We're actually flying!
It's nice and comfy up here. Come on, Tengri, let's fly.
Away we go!
I wish I could fly on Dragonback. But that's neither here nor there. So anyway, as you might imagine, now that we have Tengri, we have a lot more access to the world around us. Like in most RPGs, that give you some sort of flying machine. Except this one is better because we have a flippin' dragon. And wyvern, but no time for semantic. Anyway, flippin' Nora! It's high enough for you, Ollie boy! Righto! Since the smallest mistake up here will result in certain death, I reckon now's a good time to give you Captain Drippy's Don't Crash course in dragon flying. Don't worry, Mun. You survive the first 5 minutes, there's nothing to it. You just change your direction with L stick and use right stick to have a look around in it. Oh, and when you want to plonk your feet back on solid ground, press X. You'll see a circle appear. Use left stick to shift the circle where you want it. Then press X to land on that spot. If you change your mind and want to carry on flying, press circle. Be sure to watch the color of the circle. If it's blue, you're alright to land, but if it's red, you'll have to find somewhere else. Once you have enough being back on the boring old ground, honk on that dragon horn Pirate Face gave you when we weren't looking, and Tangri will come flapping. Just press up on the D-pad, and you'll get a good old pop. But enough of my yabber, let's enjoy the Dragon Eye view of the world, eh? You obtained the dragon horn that we supposedly obtained before, but we're getting it now. So anyway, quick primer on things that they don't mention, that I figure I'll mention now just for quick sake. You can land anywhere where there's perfectly flat ground and there's not an obstacle. For example, if I go where those, I don't know what you'd call those wood-built things, but if I go there, I can't land there. I also can't land on mountains. I guess you can land in forests. But basically, any area that you can't walk on normally, you cannot land. Spaces in between trees. Oh, no, I guess you can't land in forests. Maybe that one's a grove. Now I'm curious. Where did they land us? Oh, okay, it's the area just before there. When you're on the ground, if something's chasing after you, it automatically slows it off and everything goes away. You get the world map when you're flying, just like when you're in the ship. So if you want to see closer details of the map, you're going to have to land on the ground. Obvious statement is obvious, but you cannot land Tangri in the ocean. I mean, you might be able to land it on the ship, I haven't tried, but we're going to give that a quick test, just for shiz and gigs. No, you cannot. You also cannot land near the coast of the water. But as you may have imagined, because we now have Tangri, and we have access to more things, instead of going where we're supposed to go, we're going to be taking a tour of the world. Because now, with the spell we have of Seek Fortune, if I remember my spells correctly, we can find hidden treasure chests that are on the map. Give me just a moment. I'm going to start... Oh, you can see the Golden Grove from above. So let's see, we would enter through there, and this entire forested area is the Golden Grove. That's a dungeon we went through. Alright, let's land directly in front of Ding Dong Dell so I can show you the finer points of what we're about to do. While we're around, we're also going to be exploring the regions we can now get to Tangri. For example, that area just above the deep dark woods is called the Giant's Tabletop. And in that area, there are monsters. There are creatures/familiars that we can obtain there, as well as some hidden treasure chests that we'll be uncovering in just a moment. Since I'll be covering giant chunks of continent, I'm probably going to speed up me collecting the treasure chest bits, stopping only for the creature bios when we get to those areas. But without further ado, let's start by casting our Seek Fortune spell so I can tell you the primary bits about this. This is either going to be a really, really long episode, or I'm going to split this into multiple parts depending on the length of it. But let's cast Seek Fortune. Nearby chests are now visible on the mini-map. Now, as you can see, we have a bunch of different chests that are on the map, but they don't actually appear in the physical world. We're going to have to walk to each one of these locations and find where the exclamation point pops up to get one of these chests. And unless I'm mistaken, if you look in the Wizard's Companion on the areas where it has the map laid out, let me just take a quick look there. I believe the one that has like a view of the Summerlands, let's say, will show where all these chests actually are. And I'm correct, all these little lock symbols on the map are the treasure chests that are hidden. So you technically have the means to find these before you have this spell. This spell just makes it significantly easier. If you have Tangri, since some of them are in areas you can't get without Tangri, you're probably going to want to wait till this point in the game to actually obtain these treasure chests. But without further ado, this part of the video is probably getting sped up, so let's get to it.
Alright, I guess I'll go for this chest over here first. Then again, I could probably go for the one further south first, but I'll get that last, maybe. Because I'm lazy! I mean, let's see, what do we get? Sour Sunday. I mean, let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen, if you could just call a dragon whatever the hell you wanted, would you really walk anywhere anymore? Especially short distances? Nice. Alright, let's take another look at the map. Further up that way, we have a chest. I guess that's walking distance. Then again, I did just use a dragon to get over a body of water, so... Again, even though this is sped up, I will mention here the one problem with doing this is when you're up in the sky, the chart chest no longer works. For example, here we see where all the chests are. If I could just go back and get this spot over here to get that bar chocolate. Let's call Tengri once again. Sorry, Tengri, I'm going to work you really hard today. You can see, since we're at the world map, we cannot see where these chests are placed. So, if you're going to use Tengri to move around instead of walking on your own feet, you're probably going to want to map out where you're going first. Alright, I may have stopped the speed up for this, so let's go back to speeding up. If I did, in fact, stop speeding up. If I didn't, then this explanation isn't necessary. Oh, hey, bird. Oh, wait, I think that bird's actually mentioned in the Wizard's Companion. We just never encountered it. Huh. Neat. Maybe I'll mention that in the next lesson. I'll have to write that down, just for memory's sake. 2 slices of pie. I'll have to find that sector of the Wizard's Companion again. Alright, so I guess I'll go to the one near Golden Grove. Oh, right. Sorry, too close to the edge. Forgot Tengri doesn't like being near edges. The other benefit of this is that... Oh, it ran out while we were in the sky, didn't it? What was I saying? Something about Tengri? Shoot, now I don't remember where my train of thought was going because that ran out. Oh well, I'm sure it'll come to me again if it was important. Okay, supple leather. Getting close to the thing. It's weird, it should have notified me when it ran out. Then again, it's possible that it doesn't do that when we're in the air. We're learning things today. Learning a lot of things. What do we get this time? We got a crappy wooden sword that we're probably going to sell. Let's see. I guess I'll go to the lower half first, and then when we're done clearing this area, we're going to be going to the deep dark woods to talk to Old Father Oak and tell him about our adventures. Maybe I'll start from the top, work my way around. Yeah, let's do that. Ooh. Now I remember what I was going to say. Because we have Tengri, it's a lot easier now to get the draw points. As long as you know which areas have draw points, you can fly Tengri to those areas whenever you feel like getting certain materials, provided you remember what materials are gained in certain areas. Let's see, what is this chest over here? Giant's Tooth. To be fair... see, fortune wore off. There we go. Now, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by my spell running out, to be fair, we technically could have gotten these treasures at any point in time. I just chose to wait till now because it was, significantly easier to do so. Instead of just using my book and going, let's see, is the treasure chest here? No, here. 2 cakes. Yeah, it's just more fluid. I feel to do it now. I mean, it is technically sequence breaky again, but I've been sequence breaking for side quests already, so what's a little bit of this? There might also be side quests around here. Unfortunately, it's been a super duper long time since my practice run of collecting these treasures, so I don't recall if there are in fact side quests. 3 loaves of white bread. Right, if I remember that chest was a little difficult, I will grab that. Oh, whoops, I was a little too close to the bones. Alright, so is it near the bottom, or is it near the body of water? Well, I can't get up there, so logic would dictate it's probably down here, then. In theory. Yep, there you are. Okay, got a wildflower sundae. Time to once again seek my fortune. Sip of water. Better. Anyway, I really need to keep a better eye on the seek fortune alert thing. I've just been not even glancing at it a little bit. Ooh, Babonaflon. Alright, are we almost? Yeah, we just gotta go a little further up. So, Tengri, you're on! And then I'll usually get on the higher places, and then we'll cut for my familiar bias. Ooh, Planet Drop. Okay, where's the next one on our list? If you clear all that, we need to go in to see Old Father Oak. And then I fly up to the Giant's Tabletop. I guess I'll take care of the treasures first, follow that up with seeing Old Father Oak, and then we'll go to the Giant's Tabletop. That seems fair. Might be able to get all this done in one episode, honestly. if I'm in fact speeding this up. I remembered this taking several, well, yeah, I do remember it taking several hours because I'm going to be trying to get all the treasure chests that are on every single continent, as well as the islands, and I just realized I probably shouldn't have stopped here because I was kind of like in between things. But hey, let's show you can get up on these big old things. Not really a point to doing that because, you know, there's nothing up here, but hey, it's doable. Any happy hoo-ha. This should be a good spot. See, how's my Seek Fortune doing? Doing good. Got some iced coffee. Let's go into one of these trees. Locate. There you are, supple leather. So supple, so smooth. Actually, that's what supple means, isn't it? Smooth. Alright, chests are now visible again. Oh right, you I actually have to call Tangri for. Tangri, help me out, please! Thank you! This area is not considered the Giant's Tabletop, by the way. I believe where you see that Ulk walking on his hind legs is the Giant's Tabletop. And I'll be covering a bit more about that Ulk in just a moment. Oh, I'm aware, Mr. Drippy, I was trying to find the treasure that's up here. Okay, where are you? Scum. Come on! I don't know why I just called the treasure chest scum. It is right on here, right? Oh, but I wouldn't kill to have a zoom feature. Unless it's... Shoot, it could be under there, couldn't it? But then why would they let me come up here in the first place? Well, yeah, I'm right on top of it, so... Logic would dictate it has to be under if it's not over. But the way it looks is just so misleading. Oh well, c'est la vie. La vie. Yep. A well-worn sword.
And it's okay that Seek Fortune just wore off, because unless I'm mistaken, we've gotten everything on this map. I could use it again just to be sure, but I'm not going to. And now we should probably have stopped the speed up. If I didn't stop it already, it stopped there, but yeah. I don't think I'm going to cast the spell again, because... I mean, we're going in the deep dark woods. Why bother? Okay, so, turns out we have nothing to tell Old Father Oak. I thought we would, but we, didn't. So, in the interest of saving time, I just cut that out. Angry, please help us get to the Giant Tabletop. Let's see, where's a good landing spot? There you are. Okay. So here we are, the Giant's Tabletop. Because it's a new area, it's time for some familiar bios. Who remembers the Triumphant? They are resistant to fire and weak to storm. They drop creamy milk and carnation cakes. They know belly buster, sharpener, ear splitter, and more. Now we move on to our next one. Next reminder is Firebird. Resistant to fire and weak to water. They drop Dumpty eggs and Ruby Ripple ice cream. They know Spire Fire, Pick Me Up, Petrifying Poke, and more. Before we move on to our next one, I should bring up that Ulk that we saw walking around earlier. The Ulk is not actually in the Wizard's Companion for whatever reason. Granted, you could say that, you know, all of the bounty hunts aren't necessarily in the Wizard's Companion either. The only difference, mind you, is the Ulk is not actually a bounty hunt in any shape or form. It's just kind of a really tough enemy that you can fight that I'm pretty sure you get a lot of experience off of. Kind of like the Toko, but uncapturable. Like the bounty hunts, again. So, if you want to fight Ulk, by all means. If you don't, then don't. I do remember it's pretty tough, though. So, you know, be sure you're stocked up on items for it. Now we move on to our next familiar in the list. Next reminder is the Sniper Spittoon. Resistant to fire and weak to water. Most things on the Giant's Tabletops, turns out, are resistant to fire. They drop crunchy carrots and pixie dew. They know Heliotosis, Short Circuit, Smoke Bomb, and more. Alright, and we're about to cover the very last one here. Lastly, we have the Duck-billed Bopper. They have no weaknesses, nor do they have resistances. They drop fish burgers and cheeseburgers. No crosswind, maddening melody, wind tunnel. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that does it for the Giant's Tabletop. For now, we're going to be fighting monsters here for a little bit, because they're all brand new. And I think there might be a draw point up here, but that's neither here nor there. Oh, and speaking of duck-billed boppers, there's one. Alright, let's see. There's the Firebird, the Sniper Spittoon, the duck-billed bopper. The Firebird and the Sniper Spittoon, I believe we said were weak to water, with duck-billed bopper not being weak to jack chiz. Well, I know the Firebird absolutely is weak to water, because Firebird. And since I currently don't have a familiar that uses ice moves, freeze. Ooh, ow. Keep in mind, a lot of things up here are going to be roughly your level, maybe even a little tougher depending on how well you leveled yourself. I think I am... Whoopsadoo! Ow. Ow! I was going to say I think we're roughly at the level we need to be, but then I just got kind of butt slammed by that Firebird. Ow. Well, Angelus is resistant to fire. Get on the level, Firebird! You think you're hot, but you're not that hot, sister. Woo! Back to the level! Nice! Alright, groovy, groovy. I guess I'll go this way first. Is there a grove up here? I don't think so. Is that an oak? Kinda hard to tell with the graph, the thing in the way. No, that's a triumphant. They didn't have weaknesses, did they? Oh, and there's the draw point. Well, might as well fight triumphant before we move on, after all. Okay. Duckbill had no weaknesses. Firebird, as we discussed, water. Triumphant, I think, is also water. This is why I have my book down here with me. In the event I forget something after doing the bios, which, as you all know, isn't that rare. Nope, they are weak to storm. Well then, since that is indeed the fact, zappy zappy. Well, so that happened. Damn, I was really hoping that would hit both of them. Should probably pick up Esther, honestly. Scratch that. I should definitely pick up Esther. Do I have... I have 13 Phoenix Feathers. What the hell? I was invisible for a bit there. No! No! Well, time to switch to Esther and let her pay me back. 1 Phoenix Feather, please. Ow. Ow. I guess this is just what's gonna happen then. I'm gonna bring someone up, they're gonna smack me down, I'm gonna use another Phoenix Feather. Yeesh. Esther, quit dying already! Oh, thank God, she's using Healthy Glow. Plasma Ball! Okay, Esther, I have brought you back up like 3 times. I'm not doing it again. I've wasted too many of those. I really didn't want to have to do this, but I don't want to fight this thing alone, given our track record. Then again... Oh. Should have healed everyone. So that... Dang, that's a lot of guilders I'm losing. How much money do I even have? Huh. Well, now you know what we're dealing... Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm gonna take 2 on that fight. I mean, it's not the same area, so maybe not the same composition. It is not. Triumphant is still, air quotes, new. The Sniper Spitoo is also weak to water, if I remember correctly. Zappy Zappy! Will I be able to get them both in that? Yes, but it did not. Oh. Oh. Well, might as well take the shot. Sea stars! Haha! Oh, it's the only thing left? He hit himself! Ah, that's much smoother.
Next time.
I guess this was that duck-billed Bopper that was really, ridiculous for us then, huh? Okay, all good. It's gonna be a while before I actually metamorph him, but, he's ready to go. I'm a little nervous about fighting that Ulk now. Oh, that thing's gonna get me before I... Oh, maybe not. Ooh, let's go into the... Oh, nope, we'll fight you then. Let's see how we did. Ooh, nice, nice. Do I want to take on the next level of the Solaceum? Probably not. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think we're ready for it. Especially if we're struggling up here, although this is a good area to grind at. Then again, I suppose searching for Tokos is a good way to grind, but it takes so long to find them. Yeah, I thought you'd be in a bad situation. Hey, let's give you one of those. Ignore me! Ooh, and Angelus is so close to getting another level. Alright, I don't need to heal up Oliver. He's fully healed from that level, and his level's pretty good. And Sakura got a decent amount from his. Not great, but not bad. All twos. Better than all ones, I suppose. Not bad, Tinny Tim. Okay. So, what's over here? I thought it'd be spring water or whetstone, and I was correct in my assumption. Alright, so let's see if I can get around a lot of these, because as much as I'm probably going to regret this, I want to try and fight that elk to show you what you guys are dealing with if you're going to play this game as well. Maybe we'll come back and beat him if we don't beat him this time. We will have to see. Well, first we have to find the stupid, big, bulky jerk. Oh wait, is he a rare spawn? He might be a rare. Should probably heal them up before encountering the incredibly strong thing. I only have one espresso and one iced coffee. Sorry, Esther, you're gonna have to do it on incredibly low magic. Oh boy. Whoop. It's a great way to get away from these jerks. Alright, so... let's see... Not see. Not bad. Good gains. Excuse me. Maybe trying to find that Ulk isn't the best idea. Ooh, draw point. Oh no, I'm gonna have to fight that Firebird. Man. Alright, so we're in a bad situation here. I'm gonna go to Ding Dong Dell and heal, then maybe I'll find the, find that Ulk. Let's see, where is Ding Dong Dell from here again? Ah, here we go. So I'm gonna cut this here for a moment while I sort this out. I'll be back in just a moment.